Now on CoastTV News.
Delmarva coated in snow. It was a first for the season on the peninsula, and people have mixed feelings about the flakes.
Fenwick Island's mayor responds to a lawsuit filed against the town from the ACLU of Delaware.
And a confession in the D.C. pipe bomb case. What led agents to the suspect?
The first accumulating snow event for Delmarva has come and gone. Coming up, I'll take a look at the final snowfall tallies and talk about a chilly and mainly cloudy weekend on the way.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
The first snowfall of the season this morning. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis in for Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with winter weather hitting the coast. Take a look here and you can see into Milton, Millsboro, and Selbyville, all from earlier this evening when snow was falling and lightly coating our Delaware towns. It's just a lot of snow all over a lot of things. Meanwhile, in Georgetown, the scene was no different this morning, with snow coming down consistently for a few hours. As Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, some welcome the winter while others, they want the freeze out.
For the first time this season, Delmarva was coated in snow this morning. Flurries falling, decorated branches, covered grass, majestic drives, snowmen, well, the fake ones for now, and windshield wipers working overtime. That's what you could spot if you were outside in Georgetown this morning. Longtime Delaware native Angel Osorio was shocked to see an early December snow.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. Like last year, we didn't get snow until January, February, so I thought we were going to be all right till, like later on, but like after New Year's. But
thanks to fresh brine from DelDOT, plus continuous salt runs, the roads didn't get too slick. While some brush the snow off as no big deal, others, like Joe Aceto, are ready for the winter to be over with.
I think I don't like it. Well, I moved here. They said it don't snow much here, but they lied.
From the first flurries to freezing-like temperatures, this early December day has made it clear winter is settling in. In just a few hours, the very first snowfall of the season has created a beautiful blanket here on Delmarva. Reporting in Georgetown, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
And now let's take a live look outside as we check in with our first alert meteorologist, Bob Triheap. Bob, you're the one that can tell us what's going to happen next.
All right, thanks a lot, Charlie. The weather outside was frightful earlier today with the season's first snow. Not so much now. A lot of that has melted off, but look at this. Close to 2 inches in southeast Dorchester County, over 1.5 inches in Delmar, Crisfield, 1.4 inches today, and over 1 inch from Bethel to Laurel and Harrington. And the list goes on. Millsboro and Cambridge picked up about 1 inch, with less than 1 inch for Dagsboro, Bridgeville, Seaford, and Ocean City. A lot of that snow is now gone as temperatures are above freezing, but we're still looking at liquid precipitation along the coast in the form of just plain rain now from Lewis to Longneck, Ocean View, and Fenwick Island as well. So make sure you have your umbrella handy. For the rest of us, it's just cloudy skies and spitting a little bit of snow across the eastern shore. That's where I'm concerned about slick roads later tonight as temperatures get below freezing. But we're looking at this system beginning to move out, but not a lot of dry air behind it. So we'll keep it kind of cloudy this evening. You can see we're above freezing, 40s at the coast, mid-30s inland, but right around freezing, Bridgeville, Milford, and Harrington. That's where those roads could be a little slick as we have an onshore flow keeping us above freezing. So any evening showers give away to cloudy skies. Could see a little bit of patchy drizzle through the overnight hours, maybe some patchy freezing drizzle for the eastern shore, but really through the overnight it's cloudy as we keep temperatures for the most part above the freezing level. Your evening planner is cloudy with temperatures once again into the mid-30s, but once again, interior parts of the eastern shore, watch for slick roads. Otherwise, the weekend dries out and it's kind of chilly, and then it gets really cold early next week. More in your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. Well, today the mayor of Fenwick Island is responding to a lawsuit filed yesterday by the American Civil Liberties Union of Delaware. The organization claiming the town's voting system is illegal because it allows corporations to vote in town elections. The mayor today said in a meeting she intends to fight the lawsuit and that no matter how much land your business covers in her town, you are entitled to your one vote. The ACLU of Delaware says with corporations voting in town elections, voting becomes diluted. The organization claims Fenwick Island's 2024 election loses credibility. The ACLU says around 109 corporations voted in that election.
We intend to defend the complaint. We think it's important that everyone in town who pays taxes, who's subject to our ordinances, whether they're a business owner or not, have a right to a vote.
It really is an acute risk here, considering we're the corporate capital of the world and have, approximately 2 million corporations registered in our state.
And the ACLU also says this lawsuit marks the first known legal challenge to the practice of corporate voting in municipal elections, not only here in Delaware, but nationally.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think Delaware should ban corporate voting.
Let's see. Let's look at the results here. 88% say yes in all towns. Only a few say only the big towns or think it's fair. 2% say case by case.
If you haven't voted yet, or if you want to leave a comment on this one, you can go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app.
On your screen now is where the town of Fenwick Island has warned community members of a water main leak. Town officials say Artesian Water currently working on the impacted streets to resolve the issues there. The leak impacts homes on James Street, going north, also including Georgetown and Houston Street, according to the town's Facebook page.
The D.C. pipe bombing suspect admits he did plant 2 pipe bombs near the Democratic and Republican National Committee offices.
That's according to sources who said the suspect, Brian Cole Jr., spoke to authorities for hours.
As Yamiche Alcindor reports, Cole's first court hearing is today in the nation's capital.
Brian Cole Jr., the man the FBI says planted pipe bombs near the Democratic and Republican headquarters in Washington, D.C., confessed yesterday to authorities, 3 sources tell NBC News. Sources also say he believed conspiracy theories about the 2020 presidential election. President Trump falsely claims the 2020 election was rigged. Today, Cole appeared in federal court wearing a prison jumpsuit and facing charges of transporting an explosive device and attempting malicious destruction by means of explosive materials. Authorities say he placed those bombs on the night of January 5th, 2021, the eve of the siege on the Capitol. His arrest is the culmination of years of federal agents combing through data, including credit card receipts for what the FBI says are bomb components.
I believe there are more charges to come.
According to an FBI affidavit, Cole's car was near both locations on January 5th, and investigators tracked Cole's cell phone.
When we had the pings, when we realized that his cell phone is pinging exactly where he's walking, we knew we had someone.
Thursday, federal agents descended on Cole's home in suburban Virginia, where officials say they found more bomb-making components. Neighbors in the quiet cul-de-sac say they're shocked.
You would never think something like that happened, and honestly concerning that after so many years they finally have a suspect as well.
I guess it just really hasn't set in. It doesn't seem like the neighborhood where somebody like that would live.
In today's hearing, government lawyers said Cole talked to them for more than 4 hours yesterday, and Cole told the judge he's hired an attorney. He has a detention hearing set for next week. Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News, the White House.
Boxes of food in demand. What the Maryland Food Bank fears as SNAP benefits are threatened.
Here's a live look into Laurel. 34, we're above freezing now in much of Sussex County with some cloud cover right now, and we stay above freezing through really much of the overnight hours. Congratulations to Casey Stobie from Lewis on winning a new umbrella from Coast TV and Paul Davis. Our weather does calm down, it dries out for the weekend, and it turns pretty chilly. I'll have much more in your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
But first, the holidays in full swing across the coast, and this weekend, all kinds of great ways to get in the spirit. Stay tuned for cool things to do. That's next.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
If you're craving a little holiday magic, you won't have to look far this weekend. From Lewis to Bethany Beach, Christina DeRobertis has a look at all the cool things to do.
If you're at all struggling to get into the holiday spirit, just head over to Rehoboth Beach on Saturday because there's going to be hundreds of people dressed like Santa for the 4th annual Santa Bar Crawl. The event kicks off at 1 p.m. at Wilmington Avenue, and there are no tickets, but you're asked to bring a toy for Toys for Tots and a small donation for Tunnel to Towers. And the real Santa, not the bar crawl version, will be in Milton on Saturday. That's from 10 to 2 at Santa's Village next to the Milton Theater. There you'll find holiday vendors, decorated trees, and free hot chocolate, all sponsored by Milton Main Street. Bethany Beach, keeping the magic going with Weekend Wonderland all day Saturday. You can shop small and hop on the trolley to see the town's Christmas displays. And finally, Lewis lights up with its Christmas parade starting at 5 Saturday night. Organizers expect about 100 entries in the parade, and after that, head to Zwannendale Park for the tree lighting and caroling. For more details, just head over to our website, CoastTV.com, and click on Cool Things to Do.
It definitely had the look of the holiday season. Earlier today, we had that mantle of white across much of Delmarva, but as quick as it came, went away as we saw temperatures rising into the 30s and 40s for us. Here's a live look at the Irish Ice Camp. Still lots of clouds along the coast, seeing a cold rain in spots right now. 38 in Lewis, and we'll be keeping those temperatures steady, 30s to low 40s as we go through the evening hours. And in case you missed it earlier, here's another look at those final snowfall tallies. Southeast Dorchester County, close to 2 inches for you, 1.6 in Delmar, 1.4 in Crisfield, and a little bit over an inch for Bethel, Laurel, and Harrington, with Millsboro and Cambridge both at an inch, and a little less than an inch from Dagsboro, Bridgeville, Seaford, and just a little bit in Ocean City. Here's the storyline for tonight. We're looking at some patchy drizzle continuing. Watch for freezing drizzle interior parts of the eastern shore, where temperatures are hovering right around freezing, maybe some slick roads. And then for the weekend, just dry and chilly and cold, and more clouds than sun, highs in the 40s, and then a cold front later Sunday ushering in more colder air. Right now we're above freezing for most of us, but right around freezing Bridgeville, Milford, and below freezing in Harrington. The farther west you go, the more I'm concerned about slick roads. Along the coast right now we're into the mid 40s as we've seen an onshore flow, an easterly flow, basically warming us up. And right now the steadiest precipitation of rain from Lewis to Dewey Beach, Ocean View, and Fenwick Island. And this is still hanging around, so make sure you have your umbrella there. And we're still seeing some snow showers from Cambridge across Easton and then moving across the bay right now. Maybe some freezing drizzle from Denton, Cambridge, and Vienna as we go through the overnight hours, making it kind of slick. Otherwise, the system is moving offshore and not a lot of dry air behind it, so I think we're pretty much going to lock in those clouds, and that's going to be the case this evening with temperatures in the 30s and maybe lower 40s. These might be running a little high, but I think we're staying above freezing much of the night for Sussex County, so that's good. No icy road, just kind of wet out there. And then moving into your Saturday, maybe some breaks in the clouds in the afternoon and highs only in the low to mid 40s. Clears out for a time Saturday night into Sunday morning, and chilly then with 20s and low 30s. Clouds fill back in as we go into Sunday morning, kind of in and out of the clouds, and temperatures into the mid 40s. Along the coast tomorrow, lots of clouds from Lewis to Dewey Beach, Bethany Beach, and Chincoteague, and temperatures in the mid 40s with light winds. And then it gets really cold as we go into early next week. Feels like temperatures Monday going from the 20s, feeling like teens with the wind into the evening hours, and then into Tuesday. So much below normal to below normal temperatures December 13th through the 19th. So it looks like winter is definitely locked in across the area. And if you like snow, now granted this is still a week out, we have another system that could be maybe taking a similar track to what we saw today. So maybe a little bit of snow and a wintry mix to the south, but that is still way out in the future. Nothing really of consequence until then. 34 tonight, patchy drizzle. Watch for those slick roads, interior areas. Then tomorrow, mainly cloudy and chilly, 42. Paul Day have a 7-day forecast. Sunday, 45, lots of clouds. And then Monday, really cold, 36, 21 Tuesday morning, feeling a lot colder with the wind, up to 50 by Wednesday. And then there's that chance of maybe a little bit of rain, snow by next Friday, and a high of 43.
Thank you, Bob. The Maryland Food Bank is sounding the alarm tonight over a new fight in Washington that could hit families here at home. The Trump administration is threatening to withhold SNAP-related funding from Democratic-led states like Maryland. In a dispute over sharing data on people who receive benefits, food bank leaders say that would welcome a time when Demand is already high, and many households are struggling to keep up with prices.
We know that government benefits are essential. We know that if those are at risk of contracting, which they actually are right now, that we're going to have to be prepared to show up in a different way.
Kimmel said food insecurity across Maryland remains at historically high levels and has started to climb again. She says even with help from partners and donors, charities cannot fully replace federal safety nets if SNAP money is held back from states like Maryland.
Today, the Associated Press reports that Canadian architect Frank Gehry has passed away at the age of 96 years old. Gehry was known for his work in places all over the world, such as the Walt Disney Concert Hall in California, as well as other memorable works in countries like Spain and Germany.
Coming up this week in Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs taking on the Houston Texans. Good game here, week 14 of the regular season. You can watch it right here on Coast TV, and then stay tuned after the game for Coast TV News.
And coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, some G League action at 7 p.m. The Long Island Nets take on the Delaware Bluecoats, and then you can catch the final score at 10:30 p.m.
Coming up, how you can help Amazon workers get a little extra for the holidays. And good news, it's free. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5. Well, giving is always better than receiving, but it's fantastic when you can give without even opening your wallet. Amazon's annual Thank My Driver program is returning this year. Those receiving packages from Amazon can tip drivers $5 on Amazon's tap. Amazon officials say this way you can recognize those working during the holiday season. To tip a driver, you have to say, "Alexa, Thank My Driver," or you can use your device to search Thank My Driver on the Amazon website. According to data released Friday by the Commerce Department, consumer spending cooled off in September, and inflation that rose to the highest level in nearly a year and a half. September's report was delayed. You might remember that was due to the government shutdown. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, that rose 0.3% on a monthly basis. That brings the annual inflation to 2.8%, a rate last hit in April 2024. We are well into the holiday season, but we are still working to get our tree filled with cards for the Bless Our Children campaign. We need more cards, more donations to ensure that every child has a Christmas gift to open on Christmas morning. We've got a great one here. We got a puppy dog on the front. You can't go wrong with that. And this one has been sent in from Rita and Bob in Lewis, Delaware. Guys, thank you so much for sending us this card. Businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help send a donation in a holiday card, we might just read it on the air. Send a check or money order to the address on your screen or donate online at blessourchildren.org. And we've already raised over $217,000 to help children and family this holiday season. Again, thank you so much to everybody that's donated. And with the holiday season means the return of our holiday house. This picture shows a beautifully decorated front yard and home sent in by Mike Young of Chrisfield. Take a look. Think about how much effort had to go into all that. Thank you again for sharing your home with us, and we want to see how you're decking the halls too all season long. Send us your photos and videos by going to coasttv.com/holidayhouse. We might show them on TV. Coast TV News at 5. We'll be right back.
We are still seeing a little bit of rain and snow out there this evening. A little bit of rain along the coast from Lewis to Fenwick Island, and also a little burst of snow showers, maybe some freezing drizzle from Cambridge back southeast of Easton. It's this area that I'm concerned about, maybe for slick roads later through the overnight hours. But for Sussex County, we're staying above freezing. Lots of clouds, a little bit of plain freezing drizzle, and some of that freezing drizzle that definitely could freeze on contact interior areas. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 42 on Saturday, 45 on Sunday. Then into next week, it gets cold and windy, 36 on Monday to 40 on Tuesday. Wednesday's a mild day at 50, and then we could be looking at another chance of rain and snow by Friday, but that's still way out there. So we'll take one system at a time.
We'll worry about that sometime next week. Let's enjoy the weekend first.
But it was nice to get a little bit of snow today. Made for a festive atmosphere.
Very pretty.
Very beautiful.
It was nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob, for the forecast, and thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.